So we have to do the newspapers. You have some messages you want to read?
I have some messages, and I'm already smiling because Dennis from Koforidua sent me a message, all nice about what I'm wearing today. You said you want to sew some for your girlfriend. I'll hook you up. I'm a link here. But he says Roland is looking British.
Thank you. I said today the accolades are... Anyway, I'm not wearing the socks, so helps.
Don't worry, we'll soak you in, yeah? You come up. This one says, can't wait for the 12 labor group strike. It's been long overdue, as I'm already, like you're striking in your mind and spirits.
I think he wants to stay at home. That's the thing.
This is Kawawa Aterak Don in Boko. Man, you should be working. Don't be thinking about strike. They'll sort themselves out. Okay, here's another message. May I take this platform to thank you and the Supreme Court especially for dismissing the case on special voting. That's from Nelson from Sola. All right, I'll come back and read more messages, but I've got a special birthday dedication. It's from Mrs. Sylvia Agbamafla to her husband, Dr. Thomas Agbamafla, who's a physician specialist at the 37 Military Hospital, wishing him a happy birthday today and God's continued favor and blessing. All right, so Dr. Thomas Agbamafla, it's your birthday today. Your wife is wishing you a happy birthday. We all join our voices to that, and we're wishing you happy birthday. Now let's get on to the Daily Graphic newspaper. Oh, that small Dubai right there on the front page of the paper. That's it. It looks nice. Most of the other ones that I've seen looking bluish, but this one is goldish. Yeah, or yellowish, whichever way. Nkrumah interchange inaugurated to boost traffic flow in Accra. Special voting won't be counted ahead of Election Day. That's according to the Supreme Court. Also, pile-up kills 2 at Pokuase. That very sad story, making headlines yesterday. Also, page 2 in the Daily Graphic newspaper, back page. Obtain permits on movement of livestock. That's according to the Deputy Minister of Food and Agriculture, Dr. Hannah Bisu. She's asked dealers and livestock to obtain movement permit from the Veterinary Services Directorate of the Ministry before transporting livestock to the market centers. All right, this story about 2 people dying in the process around Pokuase. That story, page 16. Let me just share a bit of it with you. And it says that an articulated truck which had a brake failure yesterday ran into 7 vehicles, crashing 2 persons to death at Pokuase on the Accra-Kumasi Road. One of the 2 whose identities were not immediately known was a taxi driver, while the other was a carpet seller. So 1 taxi cab, 2 private cars, and the Scania articulated truck were damaged beyond repairs, while another taxi, a mini truck, and a 4x4 Ford vehicle had minor damages. Well, we covered that story as well. Let's check out what we have.
Disturbing and gory scenes here at Pokuase ACP Junction, where information we've gathered is that long vehicle trailer with registration number GW161710 apparently failed the brake and crashed into 7 different vehicles. Information I've gathered so far indicates that 2 people have been confirmed dead and so have been transported to the police hospital. 4 others sustained injuries and were also transferred to the Sawam Government Hospital and are receiving treatment. We have thousands of eyewitnesses and passers-by who have gathered here in their numbers.
I'm Piotr Seller, so I was standing here and I realized there's a boy at my back saying that a big car is coming to hit us, so we should go back. So me, I jumped the gutter. After I jumped the gutter, I realized this car also passed the other roadside to hit 3 cars and kill 1 driver.
Okay, so this sad incident happened at Pokuase. I couldn't imagine how it happened. They said he failed his brakes.
Yes, it happens. With you know, many of these big trucks, they use hydraulics. And the hydraulics kind of use an air compression system.
Okay.
And so sometimes when the compression system fails, it means that you're trying to apply the brakes and they don't work.
Wow.
So it's a free flow. That's why usually for the caution when you're driving on the road, you try not to tail
those tracks,
those cars.
But even
you know, many of the times we overtake and we want to get closer to it. And then when usually you're on a road which has a slopey topography, you try
like this one. That's the description.
Yeah, so you make sure you are not in front of the vehicle.
Charlie, but this is actually a stretch that doesn't flow. So there are pockets of traffic, like there's go slow. So under this circumstance, I don't know. If you're on the motorway, you probably can. But on this stretch, Roland, this stretch is supposed to be, unless they fix the road, there can be very heavy traffic, and it's usually very close. And you know, he dragged 2 cars under as well, this track. Very sad.
Well, the president was saying
that loan has been passed for that stretch of road to be fixed as well. So they're going to do a flyover.
I think that's a good thing, but in the meantime, people tend to lose their lives. Right.
Okay. Well, I've got another birthday, and I hope that Mami Sewa Amofa Bedu would forgive me, because your birthday was yesterday. You turned 8 yesterday. Mami Sewa Amofa Bedu of Fountainhead Christian School. Happy 8th birthday, even though Auntie's dedication is coming a day late. Let's do the Finder newspaper front page of the Finder. Sugar Factory is back. Commenda starts commercial production on November 28, 70% capacity to be utilized. Let's stand up against NDC's bullying. That's according to Nana Dankwe Kofuado. Agric must decline for services to grow. President Mahama saying right there, you can read more of what he says. Will cancel deny you visa, U.S. Embassy warns troublemakers. That story on page 8 in the Finder newspaper. That will be it, Roland. What you have?
I have the Ghanaian Times. It says the Ghana's landmark interchange opens. It talks about the Kwame Nkrumah Circle interchange.
Okay, this shot is different.
I think now it should be Kwame Nkrumah interchange instead of the Kwame Nkrumah Circle interchange. Kwame Nkrumah interchange. Because it used to be a...
What did the graphic say? Okay. Graphic also used interchange.
Yeah, okay.
So Nkrumah interchange.
And that's what they call Small Dubai, and that's how it's been nicknamed. And motorists especially have waited with bated breath the commissioning of the Kwame Nkrumah interchange to cut down on the number of hours spent on the road. After 3 years of what they say has been on a deal, the situation is expected to improve. We had Ernest Menu at the opening ceremony of the interchange, and he brought us these insightful scenes.
Oh, John, Alaji John, Dr. John, Oira John, I'm going to put on in an I was an be a buyer here. Oh, I'm so called to Dubai. Can I see Dubai? Can I see Dubai? Can I see Dubai? Can I see Dubai? Oh, can I see Dubai? John, God bless you. My darling, you are so
I think Mahama is doing well to lead this country into the promised land. The overhead which they built over here is very nice. We want Ghana should be like Dubai.
They simply could not hide their joy with the opening of the interchange and could only sing the praise of government. The Kwame Nkrumah interchange is expected to ease the traffic congestion in that part of the capital. But for President John Mahama, this goes a long way to impact positively on the economy of the country and improve the quality of life of Ghanaians.
Time is a precious, invaluable commodity, and once spent, it cannot be recovered. Effective use of time, therefore, has a direct impact on our economy and must be calculated as a contribution to our GDP. Not only are we saving hundreds of millions of cedis in time wasted by the delays in the travel time, but we are also stimulating business and economic activity. We're creating the opportunity for enhanced, efficient trade in our great capital city, Accra. The value of this interchange cannot be measured in economic terms alone, but in the quality of life it is making possible for all our citizens. We know how important time as a family is to our people. This reduction in travel time also allows our parents and family members to get home early giving us more family time together at the end of the working day. Emergency services can also now reach their destination without impediment and ensure that in a crisis situation, our citizens have the needed access to emergency medical service they require.
The three-tier interchange comes with a new bus terminal for the Kaneshie station, offices for the GPRTU, an ambulance and a fire service station. The Obrasport has now been transformed into a recreational facility with magnificent fountains and a spectacular lighting system. Also, is a statue of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah erected within the location. I spoke to some motorists minutes after the commissioning, and here's what they told me.
It's very, very beautiful. It's very, very beautiful. They should allow the man to continue. They should give him 4 years more. He's doing work. He's doing work.
Oh, nice. Fine pa. Oh, since I have my traffic is what? Fine pa.
I don't know what to say. I'm even surprised seeing this thing. That's in history. So we are going to Tuasu.
From the Kwame Nkrumah interchange, Ernest Menu for Joy News.
Yeah. Yesterday, Ernest was reporting. He was like, "The place is beautiful." Like that. I was actually expecting to see the things that he said in this report.
Well,
but
yesterday we also
amazing.
had some activities to do there because we had deployed tow tracks there, road safety management services. But you saw the milling crowd, and it's
tow tracks to do what exactly?
Sometimes, especially with broken down vehicles and with.
So they're going to be stationed there, or it was just for yesterday?
Yeah, no, just stationed there.
Yeah, for real?
Yeah, for real. Because many of the times you have combustion of activities, and you need to make sure, just like what happens in other areas, after doing a careful study of what happens in many countries, you have to make sure that those tracks are available, because within the interchange is a police, a fire service station, an ambulance station, and you know,
it's all there?
Yes, all embedded beneath just to make sure when there are emergencies, you are able to coordinate and do all that. So
okay, but here's my question. It's costing us to have the tow vehicle station there, correct?
Yeah, definitely.
Or it's an office, you're making it like an office where when you get calls
yeah, definitely when you get calls
to do services elsewhere, you just move.
When you get calls, definitely you just have to make sure that you routinely help in removing those tracks that are disabled and broken down the road.
I mean, that's a good plan. It's perfect. My only, I don't know if I'm praying about it. I don't think this is something I have to pray about. It's something that we have to do, is to maintaining what we have done. So if we've got a fire station, that's fantastic. But are we able to maintain? If we've got the tow services there, is it something that we can maintain going forward? I hope it's not just like a one-day show-off. And that's why we're going to go back there today to see how the hawkers are saying good morning to the interchange. Venice Abubedu will bring us a live report from the newly inaugurated, that's how we say it, newly inaugurated Nkrumah interchange. It's beautiful.
Yeah. But we have to turn attention to some other issues on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. It says the Supreme Court rejects suit on special voting. You know this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It happened yesterday.
One Dr. Makutufo had his suit pushed out of the court, so to speak, I mean, literally. Party supporters clashed Yendi. Back page, apparently, New Zealand, they pipped us just a goal to nil when the Black Princesses opened their FIFA Junior World Cup in New Zealand.
Okay, so let me read some messages. This one says, there's something that I don't understand about this NPP-NDC saga, and he's talking about, you know, the whole Nima police station, Nanado's residence. Yeah. And you say that you watched Nana's show yesterday, and it's like the NPP does not have any evidence at all to the issue. The NPP of all people, I know they always back the allegations with evidence. Why are they not doing this time around? Aim from Kpong. Well, the police are still investigating, so let's just keep our fingers crossed and wait for what comes up next. Fusaini Safianu at Sablugu. The Supreme Court got it wrong by disallowing the ballots of special voting roll. You're talking about that a while ago, and that of proxy and transfer counted. The EC and Okay, no, you're making wild allegations. I won't repeat that. I get it. You can disagree with the judgment, but you know, when you begin to make wild allegations, don't expect me to read it. This one says hypocrisy and dishonesty are the main reason Ghana is where he is today. Jealousy on my mind, Ibrahim Teshiman. I wonder what you're jealous about. Is it the interchange or what? This one from MD Kwesi Imaina Kosombo says, is this what Ghana has been reduced to, inaugurating an interchange with the president himself leading the charge? We should hold our leaders to higher standards than routes and interchanges. The interchange is a good idea, but balance it. Quality, economic climate, the standards have really dropped, and it's sad. MD Kwesi Ima in Akosombo. This is a big project, by the way, considering it's taken us 3 years to get to this point. This one says, I want to tell Nanado to leave us alone for us to enjoy GM good work. That's Rafik in Yendi sending us that message. This one says, I congratulate my lovely sister, Awini Martha, who graduated from Tamale UDS. You want to tell the Awini family in Boko that the Awini family in Boko is so proud of you, Mata. That's the message. Thanks a lot for sending us this message. One more, and then Roland will bring us another newspaper. This one says the second interchanges are propaganda, and we should not let JM use it to gain vote. Arise for change. Abdul Ganyu from Wali sending us this message. Still on the interchange, Roland, just before you come in. This one says change is constant. Hey, is there something like Constantinople?
Constantinople
of life, especially. Don't use big words for me. Use the small ones. My head is not a dictionary. Especially when it's needed by the electorate. Trump shouldn't have won, but for the sake of change, simply from Kawawa Atarangdon in Boko. Thanks a lot for the message. Yeah, Roland?
Yeah. I think he read a lot of history.
Yeah. I didn't. I hated history.
Oh, okay. All right. So we have front page of the Daily Guide. Nana condemns house attack. USA threatens visa ban. Access Bank ex-workers win case, and Rawlings sues Africa Watch. Those are the stories we have. Center spread. It talks about you will disappear like Castro. That's Obinim One's actress, and Kata dies in his sleep.
Yeah.
We have this one also. Let's look at this. And the Daily Dispatch, new opinion polls in Western and Bonafo region. CPP Samia to lose and MPP Sajimine to win. Prove me wrong by winning wager seat Benafsin tells Obu Bia. And
okay, so that was a reaction. That was yesterday, and she reacted to it.
Yeah, on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Or no, a statement.
And then he is essentially saying it again.
It says,
saying, prove me wrong. All right, we wait to see. December 7th is just around the corner. Okay, so Roland, there's this big strike that Rafik reported on, and this is an update. Patients who visited the government hospitals in the Upper West region on Monday were left stranded. This is because the regional branch of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association is on strike. The association's concerns range from illegal deduction from the mutual health insurance scheme, promotions. They've got issues with study leave, for instance. Rafik is joining us to tell us what's happening. Rafik is joining us live via Skype now. Our man from Good morning, Rafik.
Good morning, Mamabi.
Have you had some cocoa this morning?
I'm here to have the next 15 minutes. I'll have my my cocoa.
Okay, all right. So good that you've joined us. You were monitoring this strike yesterday, and on my mind yesterday, you reported on this the issue of a patient not even having the equipment to even check blood pressure and stuff like that. Tell us about what you saw.
Actually, what happened was that the strike started partially on Sunday, where they suspended OPD services, and then also on Monday, and that was yesterday, they went into full-scale industrial strike, where they totally withdrew OPD services and also the only people that they were taking care of or they were attending to were those who were the inpatients who were admitted before the 14th of November 2016. So I got to the hospital around 8 o'clock, and I asked some few nurses around whether they were aware of the strike. They told me that they just came and they can't say anything about the strike. Just some few minutes later, their leaders came around and told them that they were having a strike and everybody should go home. And so it didn't take long.
Hello, Rafiq. Okay, you know this happens once in a while. Once we're using technology, it can fail us. But when we get the feed with Rafiq, we'll bring that conversation to you. We still have sports coming up, but we have a lot of messages. Some people can't think far with the inauguration of the interchange. Is this strange, Roland? Hear this from Eliasu in Tamale. Inauguration of an interchange. Gosh, Kufuor inaugurated not less than 8 interchanges without jamboree. A middle-income Ghana making hay out of opening interchanges, even going and Cote d'Ivoire won't indulge in such trivialities. So some people thinking this is trivial, it's not a big deal. Is it not?
Looking at the cost and the size of the interchange,
it's
a big deal. Is it a landmark, a big landmark? Yes, it is.
Okay.
Is it going to improve on people's outputs as a result of the reduction in traveling hours? Yes.
Yeah. Okay, well, but opinions are not like noses, right? We're all entitled to one.
It's a democracy.
So, yeah, so you don't have to agree with anybody. You can have your own opinion. This one says, good morning, Roland Mamavi. I am particularly happy that the Black Stars are likely not to qualify for the 2018 World Cup.
You're like me.
This will enable the government to reserve their winning bonuses to pay teachers outstanding arrears. From Awenzori Samuel inside Tanga in the Boko West District. They still have a chance of qualifying, by the way. Or, Roland, they do, right?
Yeah, that is. If now we're back to the mathematics. If they keep winning and the other ones don't keep winning.
Yeah.
Did you get it?
Okay, so those of us who don't want.
So we're assuming that Egypt, the team is so dumb, we're just going to let go.
Okay, so what's our next game?
Can't remember that. I think Gary will help us with that.
Yeah, okay.
I've stopped following.
Gary will join us with sports in the bits. This one says,
but it means that if we're not going, Gary is not likely to travel to Russia. You know, the sports journals always want us to, but Gary is not likely. But you can always. It's not likely to.
But you can always travel and cover, not necessarily because you're.
Yeah, maybe if you're corresponding for maybe some.
But you can also cover
international.
For us. It doesn't mean that we won't be watching the World Cup.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But the thing is, for corporate Ghana, they are.
Listen, corporate Ghana will not contribute. That's it.
No, but they will give money to the stations to give to you, the correspondent, to go to Russia.
Why
I mean, that's
are you putting
what I mean.
Gary on the spot? Like,
no, it's not about Gary.
Why are you putting him on this corner?
Gary and his
like
he
cannot. Okay, so essentially what
no,
you're
as for
saying.
Gary, you go.
What you're saying
for the
is,
Guardian and goal
if
and
the Black Stars does not qualify,
I'm not particularly.
Gary will not be able to get a ticket to go to Russia.
People like Gary. People like Gary. I'm not particularly saying Gary. That's what Gary did. He'll even dare me and he'll go. So I'm not even talking about Gary per se. People like Gary.
You're retracting or something?
No, I'm not retracting.
Because the guy just walked in?
No. That's why he travels a lot. I know.
Okay, cool. So I said, why should people be jealous of NDC? Still, we don't care. Still JM2. So apart from Agogoso. Is that place called Agogoso? I know Agogo. This one said, Mama, the devil is a liar. MPP just wants sympathy vote. That's why they are provoking their opponent everywhere. Advise NDC followers not to mind them. NPP just want to come to power at all costs. February from Sogakofe. As for this, your thoughts there. I don't see where this one is coming from, but thanks for sharing. Leo from Tamale says, we're thinking of development, not war. Thinking of unity, not violence among party leaders. So Twaso by JM, he must continue his good work. So MPP should give us a break. Different thought. All right. And on that note, just one last one, Fred. I want to prophesy into... Hey, no, Roland, somebody says, you're my role model and now you are my prophet. I want you to prophesy into my life. Achao Alfred. Achumi Yale from Sandema.
What did I do? Last weekend.
Yeah. Some prophecy, man.
Yeah.
Do you see
we're
anything?
Going for a break.
You don't see anything. It's not coming.
No.
You're not in the spirit.
I've prophesied. The election will be won by a tall man or a short man.
I'll stay with us. Gary L. Smith is on standby. He's got the sports news.